words, this market is going to crash. So let's listen to what he has to say.
People are such prisoners of the moment these days, right? We're very knee-jerk reaction. People forget about end of 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, okay? Every single person that you knew had their house on the market and couldn't sell. So you're going to tell me that everybody's going to offer zero, because we're coming into a shift. Like it hasn't been this easy to sell real estate in like certain parts of the state for a very long time. Generally speaking, like history repeats itself. It's the oldest saying in the world. Like it's going to happen again. And when a property sits for 150 days, and then your neighbor comes up and it's like, you know what, he's been sitting for 150 days. I'm going to undercut him by $25,000, and I'm going to offer 3%. You think that's not going to happen? If you think that's not going to happen, you're nuts. Because right now, everybody's only looking at the fact that every house sells in one day. And I love that this is passing on August 17th, because there's this little event happening called the presidential election. It's going to be the bloodiest election in the history of our country, and people are going to be scared shitless to spend their money. And at the same time, you're not going to offer 0% when the market's going to take a nosedive. Mark my words, in August, this market's going to crash. And you're going to then offer 0%, so at the same time, it's going to only make our case even better, because people are like, nothing's selling anymore right now. That's what I think is going to happen.
Wow, I don't believe that, and I'm sure you don't either. So, let's hide that guy. You know, when you look at our stats, if you look back, let's see, I went down and I said, my goodness, I did the stats for 2008. We sold 28,000 homes. We were selling over 2,000 homes a month, and that didn't include the new homes that we were selling. 2009, you know, we sold 46,000 homes. So 2008 was, you know, a tumultuous year. But we were selling homes. Maybe not as many as we wanted to, but whatever, we were selling. And in 2009, we sold 46,000. I didn't continue through the years, but I know, and you know, Vegas is a different animal, and we are really lucky because why? 4.8 people per hour move here. Now, a couple of years ago, that was 8 per hour. So things have changed a little bit, but we're still in the driver's seat here. So let's look at what's going on today. We've got 6,193 total available high-rises, condos, single-family homes, and townhomes, which is basically 2 months of inventory. And that's based on 90 sales per day. And we continue to do that. We're at 88 sales per day now. So, which is one more than we did last year per day at the same 22nd of July. So we are still cooking. And I showed that clip, which I don't like to normally do with stuff like that, because people probably, it was on TikTok, people probably watched it, heard it, somebody told them to watch it, and they may ask you questions, and you can say, hey, yeah, I saw that clip. That guy's totally wrong. He's from Chicago, different market, not our market. Now, this gentleman sold $1.75 billion worth of real estate in his career. And for him to come out and say that, oh, boy, hey, what's he thinking? But anyway, I just wanted you to know so you're informed in case somebody suggests to you that they saw it and, hey, how's the market? Well, pull out your sheet and tell them how our market is. And you can also tell them in 2009 and some of the years that he was talking about, we were doing just fine. So anyway, and the people that bought back then, I mean, think of this. Think of the equity those people have because prices were so low. And now we're getting into this sort of tumultuous time with the election and things like that going on that have been happening in our country, in our politics. But even so, we're also coming into where somebody, and I didn't clip this, said that Jerome Powell is 100% guaranteed going to lower rates by September. Now, I don't know, and I think it was either Inman or Riz Media, one of the news sources said that. But, well, that remains to be seen. Nobody can guarantee that, but I think it's headed in that direction. So if the interest rates do go down, I don't see where our houses aren't going to sell because people will now come out of the woodwork because the interest rate right now is kind of keeping the market a little dampened, if you will. Maybe not for us, but I mean, look at this, $480,000 is our median price. And we're still selling as many homes as we did last year when the median price was $450,000. And when it was in 2022, it was up to 485,000, and we were selling even more homes. So I think that, yeah, I don't like that the prices are going up, and maybe the prices will come down. Maybe there will be a price adjustment. We shall see. We don't know, but that's what some people are predicting too. But what I do know, and what I can be sure of, is that Las Vegas is a vibrant market. We have jobs, we have low taxes, we have all those reasons that 4.8 million people move here every hour. It's just Las Vegas. And if you're not embracing this market, if you're not getting yourself out there and preparing for what's going to happen come September, November, December, between in the last quarter of the year, interest rates, gosh, I don't guarantee anything, but I'd be a betting person and put my money on the fact that the interest rates are going to go down. Now, Brian Buffini had his bull predictions, mid-year bull predictions, I think it was Monday, and he thinks we're going to have at least a quarter point between now and the end of the year, and then maybe even half a point next year. So what's going to happen to our market? Well, right now, our first-time homebuyers have been pushed out a little because we know what the median household income is, and we know that of the renters, they may not be able to afford the the mortgage price. However, when those interest rates come down, and maybe the market softens a little bit by price, which we don't know. I'm not sure which. What do you think? Put it in the comments. Do you think prices are going to increase when the rates go down, or are they going to decrease a little bit because of the volatile situation we have in our political world here right now? I don't know. But all I know is I'm not living in fear. I'm living in hope, and I have a positive attitude for our market. Across the country, right now there's 4 months of inventory, and that has increased from 3 to 4. And people were panicking about that. And I'm thinking, well, 6 months of inventory is really a neutral market. And a neutral market means that the buyers and the sellers are pretty much equal. So there's nobody has control. So I do believe that, we are in a good position when it comes to that. The other, let's see, there was another thing I wanted to show you here. See. Okay. NAR put out the stats by price. I still have my workout clothes on, but I don't care. I didn't do my shower or anything yet, but here I am. So the NAR starts by stats by price. Look what they're saying. The $1 million across the country is 9%. Well, the $1 million here in our market available is 16%. Yeah. I mean, we're like so different when it comes to, and I didn't take the time this morning to break this down. I've done it before. I can do it again, but I'm sure that our numbers are a lot different than these, just like the $1 million home are different than these. So when you think about it, of all of this, only 2% of our market is in foreclosure bill, if you will, and that's across the United States. That's not even local. I think local, it's under 2%. And again, people have equity. Now, if they bought 2 years ago when they paid for, the median was $485, and now they have to sell, well, I don't think that necessarily makes them foreclose, but they not going to make money, but they may have to sell anyway. But that's a small percentage of our market. Most of the people, 47% of the people own their homes, 50% or more free and clear to 50%, 47, I think it's 68%. Yeah, 68%, sorry. But anyway, the point is we have a strong market. We have people moving here. We have jobs. We have activity. We're not Chicago like where this guy's from. We're a totally different market. And the other interesting thing is that NAR is saying that the homes are on the market about 22 days when they, and that's up a little bit, but it's the summertime, and the elections are going to impact us. I mean, what's going on. I mean, things are changing, faster than the seasons, that's for sure. But anyway, just wanted to reassure everybody, don't panic. Instead of panicking, plan, get your goals together, get your database together, and start reaching out to people. You have to start reaching out to your people, so that they know, and that what's going on in the market, because they're hearing all these things. And so let's see if I have a little slide here. Let me hide this and put myself down here. I want you all to start creating your social media strategy for the next. Oh, that was just, sorry. I want you to start creating your social media strategy. And on Thursday, which is tomorrow, I'm going to give a class in the classroom, and you have to come to the classroom. You have to bring your computer. We have about 30 spots. You have to have a computer, because we're going to walk through you setting up your LinkedIn profile, for instance, getting yourself ready to do what you need to do to create your social media strategy. People are on social media, and I don't have, I'm going to show these slides, some of these slides tomorrow. I have about 20 slides about what's going on, how many billions of people are on social media and how many were watching videos and all those stats. And I'm going to go over those in the class tomorrow. One of the things though, and if you don't have an Agent Formula website, why? I mean, maybe your brokerage is giving you one free. Well, okay, fine. But with your own website, you can post it on social media. You can boost out to California for people to download the downloadable guides of, the relocation guide, the buyer's guide, all the things that we have there, and all the videos, 55 videos about Vegas. You can post those on your social media. And geez Louise, don't we all love our phones? Anyway, sorry. On one of the shows I watch early in the morning, they were advertising a company that will send out things for you so that your sphere of influence doesn't forget you. We do that. You don't have to pay these other companies. We blog for you every day. You can post that on your social media. We have the videos. We once a month, we automatically send out the market stats to keep you in front of your people. But you've got to put your people in your database that we have at the back of your website. It's a CRM that's easy to use. Reminders come in. You could even go up, and there's a little tool there where you can send out the daily blog if you want to your database. Anyway, I love this video that someone put together for me years ago, but I'm going to play it today because I want everybody to get the Agent Formula website, 702-990-0480, or go to Las Vegas agentformula.com, or even agentformula.com, and there's signups everywhere. There's pages of how much information we have, the testimonials of people. If you're not using some tool that gives you content, I'll say it 100 times, you have to have content for your social media. And this is a great place to start with videos, downloadable guides, what's going on in Vegas, your daily blogs. You have all that content available to you. So let me just play this little video. I just always love this video. Hopefully it'll play. Maybe not. Maybe it won't play. Darn. We made it. I just used to love it. Won't play. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to I'll post it separately because it tells you that we do things automatically for you. You don't have to buy a site that does daily blogs like Keeping Current Matters. You don't have to buy a site that automatically does stuff. You have everything in one place. And I just wish you don't buy it. Please. We keep adding things for you. One other thing, let's see, I think I wanted to show you this video. My little video didn't want to play. This particular gentleman talks about the market in a very positive way. And I wanted to play this for everybody today, and then I'm going to sign off. I have to get to the office. I got to shower and all that. Okay, so here we go.
82% housing appreciation and 100% chance of a Fed rate cut? Nah, that can't be real, can it? Is it? I've head first into the madness, and we're gonna go quick, so focus in today. Yes, 82% housing appreciation is possible. Take a look. Kalispell, Clewiston, Cedartown, and Edwards, Colorado, all above 80% appreciation since 2020. That is wild, but it doesn't stop there. Jackson, Wyoming, Butte, Montana, Boone, North Carolina, and Statesboro, Georgia, all with massive appreciation since 2020. And you know what's funny about this? We actually talked about this way back in 2020 several times on the show. What do all these cities have in common? Yep, that's right. The great migration away from cities is still underway, although I'm not sure the country folk love it too much. I fish Boone, North Carolina, and it's a beautiful place, but it is out in the middle of nowhere. Another thing we touched on many times, including last week, is the spread between the 10-year and the 30-year. There's another interesting graph showing the current spread, and you can see we still have a pretty big gap that hasn't been seen for many, many years, but the good news is many economists believe that should narrow back down, which will bring mortgage rates back down as well and in line with historic trends. Speaking of rates, believe it or not, traders are now predicting a 100% chance of a Fed rate cut in September. Here's an interesting update to that stat though. 93% chance of a Fed rate cut of a quarter point and a 7% chance of a half point rate cut. That's new. Either way, 100% chance in September. We'll see. Another interesting stat, median purchase price for foreign buyers is much higher than domestic buyers. And we actually feel this in our soul here in Seattle, as many of us locals are being priced out of our communities due to this. We see a ton of foreign cash offers bidding up our homes, and oddly enough, while it doesn't feel like it, here locally, the pace at which these buyers seem to be buying is slowing down. That surprises me, but maybe that's just because we're so close to it and it just doesn't feel that way right now. A concerning trend that is growing sharply, 6.7% of listings had price drops, and that's the highest on record in recent history and something to keep an eye on. I don't love this next stat either. Multifamily housing construction has stalled. This is showing units authorized but not started, down sharply. So are privately owned housing unit starts. We've been on a nice run since 2010, with just a few blips along the way, but as of late, that trend has seemed to reverse. Single-family permits have declined with multifamily permits as well. I'd love to see all those trends reverse though. We need new construction to be booming, not slowing down. Another odd stat that we'll bring you today, this is showing market share of U.S. homes purchased by landlords with 1,000 plus properties. Now this is like the big boys, if you will, down considerably from the highs of 2021 and 2022. I think that's a good thing personally. And finally, we may not necessarily have a refi boom in the works, but they seem to be coming back slowly and demand and applications are increasing. It's a great thing for Americans and the housing and mortgage industry in general. So there you go. A lot going on there. A mix of some great data and some meh data, but overall a pretty good outlook. 82% housing appreciation.